Her favorite is Pythagoras because she actually told us, I want to be there forever and ever. I don't want to go anywhere else.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private and independent schools to bring you insights into school programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administration. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
Well, it was actually COVID time. So the schools that we've been to, most people that we talked to were, it's not that they weren't friendly, but they weren't warm. They were, we just felt, so we never got a tour with other schools because COVID, right? And we had a tour with Vivian, and Vivian just left us a everlasting impression. Put it that way. She's not only very warm, she answered all our questions, and then at that time when, and she also remembers our name, like Athena's mom, Athena's dad remembered our name, and after we're in the school, we talked to other parents. And other parents are actually giving us the same feedback. Like, wow, they were really impressed. So I think that made a huge difference. That made a huge difference, right? And then as we come to the school, meeting the front staff, we don't have very much interaction with them, but we noticed that everybody that we talk to are very interactive, very friendly, like warm, just overall. The difference between other schools. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like going to one McDonald's to another, right? And you just like, wow, this one just feels fresh, right? Or feels, you feel the sunshine there. So I just believe that. And then after being in the school, we actually were accepted to St. Paul's. We declined it. And as you know, St. Paul's is ranked school, right? So, and we ended up picking Pythagoras. So some people are saying, we're out of our minds, but I believe we made a great choice. And also after the meeting, there was Mr. Bashar had, as school principal, he has like a greeting for the parents, right? And then we learned about the program that he's launched, the 5 chairs, 5 choices, that for the kids. And right away, I just believe that just added value, the values of the school, the entire culture of the school. I think that's what all ties in together, right? You can totally feel the energy. Our child's a little bit different than others. Like most child, don't like school, and we were just afraid that if she goes to a school that she's not happy with, obviously she's not want to go, right? And that wasn't the case. Like she's always like excited to go to school. She actually gets upset when there's no school. Weekends or long weekends, she's asking when can I go back to school. She loved the teachers. The teachers are very caring. She connects well with the teachers, and I think, of course, connection goes both ways, and I think that's very important. And just meeting all the teachers are very caring as well. And I think that makes a huge difference for the child, right? The connection with the teacher, because if they don't love it, they don't want to be there. So right. Yeah, and that's what we find with just interaction with other parents. Because kids after school they play at the playground, and talking to other parents, And I feel that, most kids are that way, exception of few kids that don't like school, period, right? But most parents are, couple of things. One was that they all talk about, Vivian made a difference in their choice. And yeah, just overall energy of the school, and principal being at the front of the school, almost every day, talking to the kids. You don't usually see that in other schools. He greets all the kids and he talks to them, right? Like grown up, right? I find that really, really amazing. Her favorite is Pythagoras because she actually told us, I want to be there forever and ever. I don't want to go anywhere else. And we told her, we said, well, one day, because Pythagoras don't have grade 12, we said one day you may have to go to a different school. And she wasn't happy about that. So it took us a long time to explain the fact that, maybe one day she have to leave. So I said, but maybe you don't. Maybe Pythagoras will have the other campus and, bigger school, right? I think overall, the only minus about the school is that it's not bigger. It's not able to do, the other grades. Meeting all the teachers were amazing. Like all the teachers, there's not one teacher that we felt any negativity, right? Because, I mean, my older son went to private school as well, many, many years ago. And I dealt with many teachers, and, there's some teachers, even though they talk to you nicely, it's not that they're rude, but you just don't feel the warmth, right? You don't feel that it, like Pythagoras is just overall the culture itself. And I think that comes from principal all the way down, and even like front staff. So that's truly amazing. Like you just feel that everybody cares, right? Like genuinely care. Because we went to other schools, they were just basically saying, like I said, they smile, but it's like you're not getting the same feeling. Well, the one thing that really, really surprised me um, during our tour, right, was the because Vivian went, because we obviously our child is in kindergarten, right? So we wanted to know what the basic stuff she's learning, what's important for the school, what's important for the kids. And then she told us that, there was the school, and there's a Lego robotics competition and math competitions, and there's actually awards, that the school achieved, the kids achieved, and that's like ongoing. So that's something that, I was very impressed with. I was like, okay, being such a small school, I feel that's really well done. And that's something that well, math is very important. And then also computer and coding, robotics, those things are, it's not only fun, but we can't get away from computers and coding, right? And they're learning that at a young age, and not only they learn it, but obviously the kids are excelling if they're enter into competitions, right? So that was very impressive to me, and
Of course.
I felt that there's definitely value there. Well, not only practice, like I think uh, we were very fortunate, even though, yeah, it was COVID, and we actually got to see Miss Cleveland doing the interview with Athena, and I was shocked the amount of things she's learned, right? Because we actually speak Chinese at home, And we were worried that about her English and her reading. And she like demonstrated that, she knew a lot more than we thought she knew, right? Just from our daily interaction and stuff. Because from going from like a daycare to JK, because I mean kindergarten, not JK, like because she didn't go to JK. So knowing what level she's at, kind of, because she's able to read everything and things like that, that really impressed us. And we just felt that Miss Cleveland, clicked with her really good. The other schools, we never got to be part of it. We were kind of outside. But from just talking to the teachers, because we asked questions, right, about what's involved in the process, and they kind of told us, just a different feeling, put it that way. And yeah, that's something that really made a difference. So there's I met quite a bit of parents that are professionals. So that's one thing in common. And then there's also, I would say, kind of a mixed bag of parents. But everybody that I talk to, um, I would say 90%, 95% have great energy, similar values. Yeah. And like I said, we kind of asked, when we first started, when we first met them, hey, what made you choose this school, right? And kind of everybody have the similar answer. So that was very good. Oh, geez, well, because she's in kindergarten, so everything is pretty new. So every time she brings back something, we notice her achievements, right? And she's a quite proud child, because just how we raise her. And we don't really, we don't promote her from being too competitive. We promote her to be more proactive, like trying everything, willing to try and do your best, kind of a thing. So she comes back with the different assignments. I think mostly she's proud of the Rock and Reader certificate, right? Because she's really able to read. So that was something that I was amazed. I was like, damn, if I could have, if I was reading like that when I was younger, that would be amazing. So that's something that was that she was very proud of. Other than that, kindergarten, she's proud of everything, and we're really proud of her achievements. And I think that just shows, from teacher caring and very tight connection with the teacher, and also um, the we have a WeChat group in the class, so we all know what's going on. And I don't know, to me that's just a very amazing experience, right? Administration, right, like I said, right from the get-go, from Vivian to other front staff, everybody is not only just friendly, you feel that they care and the warmth, and that they're happy, right? People want to be there. That's what I feel. And after a few interactions with Mr. Bouchard, and I can totally see why. Like, it's just that how he runs the school, it really shows throughout the school, put it that way. And if only the parents, like, really take time and take notice to, like, hard to say, like, how I always have this analogy, right? Like, people in Africa before, who's who's in poverty, right? They've never had a full meal. They don't know that they're hungry, right? They just know they have a tough life, but that's just how life is. So when if you're a first child, you've never really gone to other schools, it's really hard to compare. So a lot of times you don't really know how to appreciate what you have, right? But because I've been through this process before, my son is already 30, right? So that's quite a long time ago. My daughter Athena is just 5, right? So I've been through all this and the comparison, and just nowadays, the service part is out the door. As we know, we go to other places. There's no service. There's no warmth. You're just another number. Of course, the schools put a little bit more emphasis on building that relationship. But a lot of people that we know that you can feel, they're just there to work. It's not that they really enjoy it. But at Pythagoras, I feel that everybody cares and they like to be there because energy is good, right? It's just the overall energy flow is different. I would say that first, the school culture, from the head principal all the way down, it's very consistent. The school's connection to the child, the way that you guys put the children first, and all the teachers really care, right? That's what matters. Because at the end of the day, we all want our children to achieve well, be successful. I would say, don't overlook the smaller school, or just a bit of a higher tuition fee. But because for the number of children versus how many teachers, right? The ratio, your child gets looked after much better. So that's the pros and cons, right? And I would say the foundation for the child would be more important than just going to a prestigious school. I think it's overrated, right? I think how well the child developed from the beginning, because that pretty much sets their minds for the rest of their life. If they don't enjoy it from the beginning, they're not going to like school. So that's how I would recommend this school, is being that they really do look after the kids, because there's many different programs. Because we talked about one of our worries was because we don't, like I said, we don't speak English at home, because I don't want her to lose the language. So one of our concerns is what happens if she's lacking in English, right? English skills or reading, and the school has a program to help, right? If she does have that issue. And yes, you want to address that when they're young, right? So all of these things are in place, even though we didn't need it. So, other schools probably have it, program similar, but I just felt that because everybody's more caring, you're gonna get the results. Well, like I said, if we were just looking at ranking, but if I didn't, so we feel very fortunate to come to Pythagoras, to actually, be open-minded and do the interview, because we were actually, coming for the tour, actually, because we thought, oh, Pythagoras is closer by, right? More convenient. So I said, why don't we go and see what they have, right? And then at first we were actually, it wouldn't be our first choice. And then after we made a choice and we know the school deeper, we were like, wow, I feel, one very, very important thing that I have to say, because I actually know quite a bit of parents that used to be in Pythagoras, and they've gone to other schools. And just to let me tell you, they said if Pythagoras had grade 12, they wouldn't have left. And if Pythagoras have grade 12 now, they would come back. So they actually said that they, in comparison, they said they regret leaving Pythagoras, but the choice of leaving was because they didn't, Pythagoras doesn't have grade 12, that they have to end either grade 7 or grade 8, because grade 8 is depending on number of students, right? So that's the real reason why they left. And they told me that, and they asked me, well, what do you think? I said, well, I think we're going to stay. That's what I think.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.